What it is, YouTube? It's your girl Potty Mouth God. It's PMG. What it is, Potty Mouth Squad, PMS. How y'all doing today? I want you to know, if you don't already know, you're a beautiful, kind, smart, intelligent, and just fine. Shh. Okay, you fine. Shh. And anybody who comes in contact with you, they need to ask themselves. How lucky can one guy be? Y'all, sorry for the low energy, but look, I am tired once again. I gotta do the morning shift again. Um, but it's all good. I'm trying not to go to sleep until like 11 anyways, so I got like 2, 3 videos I'm gonna probably make today, and then I'm gonna lay my ass down. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get right to the video. So as y'all can see by the title, we're gonna be addressing some concerns from the 2K community. Okay, I'm going to be y'all voice today. Okay, because I feel the same way y'all feel, right? So why don't I take my platform and talk my shit for y'all? I got y'all. All right. So we're gonna be reading some comments based on things we have seen, everything we have seen so far for 2K26, the gameplay, the builder, the cat breakers, the tiers, badges, everything. All right, everybody had got their own little opinions and whatnot. So it's going. All right, now let's really get to the video. First, I want to get into Uncle Demi. Man, this nigga funny. He's such a I told you so hypocritical ass nigga. All right. And let me tell you why. This man gonna say, I told y'all the builder was gonna be exactly the same, and y'all didn't believe me. I told y'all. Like, you act like you don't got inside information. Like, don't piss me off. Like, you's an insider. Don't piss me off. Like, but no, something that stood out to me that he did say was the pro tune builds, like the builds that the 2K community makes, which is basically like the YouTubers or some of the 2K streamers and like the 2K leagues. They make very rare builds, and they 2K community um is able to see the builds and make them themselves. They could tweak it up, whatever the case may be. And so he said, like, this year, 2K is doing basically everybody, not just the YouTubers and the streamers. Everybody can submit a request, make a build, and you'll see if your build is selected. I'm pretty sure it has to be rare. Like, it can't be a name that they already have. And if they do, it has to be, like, you made it kind of, like, very differently. Then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to play out, but I like that idea because I feel like they're listening to the 2K community, you know, as far as the builder goes. All right, so I couldn't find like the info in the video, whatever. I couldn't remember where I found it at, which of his videos, because he posted like 3, 4 today. But whatever, it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, everybody has the chance to submit a request to make a rare special build, and it be put on the 2K for others to see and possibly use your build or tweak it up. And yeah, all right. Now I was looking through some comments, and I was looking at Badge Plug, and I was the Book of Swante. If y'all don't know who that is, he's another 2K creator. I was watching their videos, and I came across like many mixed reviews of how people are feeling about 2K. So first things we're going to get into is these cat breakers. All right. So we're going to start off on a positive note. First one says, oh shit. First one by Yes Sir Loss. Yeah, if it's no RNG and shooting this year, my first build gonna have a 65 3 ball, and I'm gonna keep cat breaking that shit. I, you know what? I feel him on that. I feel first of all, for you, those of y'all who don't know what RNG is, so basically in 25, they put a system where they just throw in random numbers as you're shooting to have unpredictable outcomes. So it could make your shot more guaranteed to go in, or it could make your shot less guaranteed to go in. Even if I'm pretty sure, even if you like hit it in the green window, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's basically RNG. So without that, if you time your shot, you time your shot. You green it. It's no unpredictability. It's none of that. Nope. So I like that. I like that. It's bringing back, like I said, that 2K19 vibe. I like that. Next one we have, they need to allow putting cap breakers on for the builder. I see what this person is saying. Like, allow us to see, like, okay, if I keep this at a 40 right now, let me see what it looks like if I decide to put this at a 60, a 65, like, cap breakers. Let me see that in the builder. You know what I mean? Like, don't just let me wait until I get my build to a damn 99 or however the rep system is going to be this year for those cap breakers, or until I hit the 500 shots. Don't let me see it then. Like, let me see it in the builder so I could pinpoint, okay, I know I want to save this for the cap breakers, and I want to put this up all the way. Like, you know what I mean? So definitely understand that. And that was by JPJD8WR. All right, now JD. And this one is by Jesse Fuller. It's 9 point. The additional ways to get cap breakers and the changes to how the cap breaker system works is actually a really exciting prospect for me. Someone who rather spend no more money than the purchase price of the game. Okay, so I understand. Okay, so I understand what Jesse is saying. Jesse is basically somebody on the side of the fence who has time, right? They have time to clearly grind in my career, okay? So they don't have to spend no money. However, this is unfortunate for people who don't have the time, which brings me into my next point. We're going to get into these tier badges. A lot of people feel a way about these tier badges and grinding the tier badges as well as the cap breakers. Let me see where it's at. So this one says, by H Done 3, I'm a little disappointed in the max 1+2 system. It's going to push people to buy the season pass, even more so than people already want to, because it'll be such a big advantage. 2K, man, they're good at making money. And you know what? I agree with that, because like we said before, a lot of people don't have the time to grind the game as like Jesse does. So it's just going to be easier for those people to just make a whole bunch of builds and just put money, buy the pass this way so they can hit the season goal, okay, level 40, and they could get all those max tier 1 and 2 badges. Okay, plain and simple. I understand. Look, I'm going to get into it because there's a few more comments before I make my point, but I understand the frustration. All right. Then we got this one. The changes are for content creators and big spenders who buy all season level 1s on day 1 and run around with max +2, while us casuals will sweat. At the same time, I'm going to save it. Let me see if there's another one, because I think it was another one. Yup, it's more like, okay. A lot of people are basically feeling like 2K is basically being money hungry. So this one is by Maiden Let's Be Loki. Maiden Must Be Loki. Okay. They trying to put all these weird nerdy numbers in the game when gameplay is the issue. This whole thing is a jujitsu one patch, and we're all gonna be cooked stew making new builds. Like, I understand it now. You know what? I totally agree with that. Which is why I feel like a lot of y'all don't rush to make so many builds at once. Like, make one build, get it to 90, and don't as soon as you get to 90, oh, make another build. No, get that first build to 90, because y'all know once you hit like 90, then you could hit the rebirth, and it's 10%. Each rebirth character that you get is 10% more. I don't know how it works with like once you hit like the Hall of Fame tier. Like, I don't know if the percentage goes up to maybe like 20%. Like, I don't know how that goes, but I could tell you from when you hit 90 overall, your progression starts to go up 10% after each rebirth. But I agree with that. Like, the issue is not the attributes or anything like that. It's just the whole bunch of, like, it be slow sometimes, it be glitchy. People get the most craziest bump stills. Some people get the craziest animations, or they could spam the same move and it goes through. Like, some people hit the craziest shots that we know they shouldn't hit. It I get what people are saying. But look, people gotta keep your money in your pockets. Okay, if you're gonna end up regretting spending the money on all these bills, keep your money in your pockets. All right. This one says, shaking my head, they scamming your ass to make more builds. Not, oh, hold on. My bad. I didn't even read the person name. But this is by Dre 3040. Shaking my head, they scamming your ass to make more builds. Not me. I'm gonna build my first build and stay with that build. Didn't I just say that? This person gonna reply, Von World TV 8857. You still gonna want multiple, bro. Be real. Like, exactly. Like, most people, because you have to think about it. If you make just one build, you have to make that one build fun for you. How you want, like, I feel like if you're gonna make one build, it is not the time to try. You can try something different, but if you know you may not end up liking that play style, you know you're gonna want to make another build. So if you decide, hey, you want to save money and you don't want to grind and make multiple builds and you just want that one build, sure, but you better make that the best fucking build you can make it. Because if you make it like one dimensional or two dimensional and it's not all around, and all these patches come out later and they done buffed or nerfed a whole bunch of things, you're gonna be mad. So that's all I gotta say about that. So this one says, this is under Swante's video. Swan, no troll. This gonna be 150 a bill. Watch, bro. The most expensive 2K. Mark my words. And then this person, CBP film. I'm not buying until I see what you do with the game. I'm going to wait for that all around PG build like the one you made in 2K25. You make a no win percentage casual like me better. LOL. Damn. Hello? Can I not read? Okay. My thumb is itching and shit. Okay. So first, we're gonna respond to the first one. All right. 150 a build. I feel like it's already like 150 a build. Am I bugging? Okay. Me personally, typically I have grind my build, and then halfway I just be spending VC on it. Like, I'd start going to the park. I think I usually grind my build, so I probably hit like a good, it depends on how easy the 2K is. Like, some 2Ks, I'll go out in the park or the rec with a 75. The 2K easy as shit. Like, the way 26 sounding this shit, it sound like it's going to be easy as hell to hit shots, all that. So I might be going in rec and park once I hit like 75 overall. But usually I like to wait till I'm like 80, 85 to go into the park. And then I'll put VC on the rest of my player. How much is that usually? If we talking about strictly just to get the player up, we gotta think from like 85 to 99. That's probably like 400 something thousand VC to upgrade that player. So yeah, some people are you're spending about 150 bucks now, I feel like. So if you feel like this is gonna be the most expensive 2K, it would be probably like 200. That's just my opinion. Now, to CBP film, you sir or ma'am, I don't know. This be the problem with some of y'all. Like I said, if a lot of y'all are going to make one build because y'all are trying to save money, you better make it the best fucking build. A lot of y'all be going after what these YouTubers build, and these YouTubers, they are on a higher skill level. Let's just be real. They on a higher skill level. They have some of them have better equipment, better latency. You know, they have the best top Wi-Fi, so better latency. Things that some of y'all don't. So y'all making these builds, swear y'all gonna play like these YouTubers, and y'all don't. Then y'all end up thinking y'all build is trash, and y'all make more, and then y'all blame the game. And sometimes it do be the game, but sometimes it be y'all. Like, you have to be realistic, okay? A YouTuber can have a 6'3", barely any defense, because he just wants to be an offensive superstar, because he got a fucking big man who's very versatile, can hold down everything, or a lock, 6'8" lock, who's very powerful, whatever the case may be. And you thinking you could hoop like that, and meanwhile your partner got a 30 win percentage and can barely get a rebound. Like, where's the logic here? All right. That's all I gotta say about that. But it does bring me into my next point, y'all. Like, y'all have to think from a business mindset, right? Okay, and I actually took notes on this because I had a point in my head earlier, right? Don't, you can't take it personally, right? Because right now, like I said, 2K, they have no competition, no underdog. So 2K, they can basically do whatever you want. You have to think about, like, they're a business, right? If I'm selling a product and I'm the only one selling this product, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And you want to know why? Because I'm the only one selling this product. You need this product. You want this product, right? But if there's nobody there who has a better product to offer, I can take advantage. However, if a competitor was to come along, which there has been talk about not NBA 2K, college basketball 26 possibly next year, or they're possibly NBA Live possibly coming back, hopefully by 2027. All right. If a competition was to pop back up, a competitor, with all the investments, all this money they have gotten, if they start doing little things now to make the community make the community somewhat happy, once they have a competitor lined up with them, all that money that they invested, they can surely make a better game. Like, it's gonna make it's gonna put 2K on their ass. And if it doesn't, look, it's gonna be no more 2K. It's gonna be NBA Live or college basketball. It's not going to be NBA. It's not going to be the top basketball game anymore, okay? So I feel like, in a way, they know what they're doing, but at the same time, yes, it is hurting the community in the same way. But y'all have to realize, they can't everything that we want, they can't do it. They can't, all right? And I do feel like, all right, next one is by Stunner Swift. I feel like they set us up with 2K25 just so 2K26 can go crazy. We shall see, though. I'm so frustrated with 2K25. My guard's still up. Not gonna lie, this is exactly how I feel. Just exactly how I feel. Because I do feel like something is telling me 2K26 might actually be a vibe this year. I don't know what it is. I might be wrong. I'm not trying to get my hopes up my damn self, and it should be shitty. But something telling me, yeah, 26 might go crazy. Because I feel like if everybody put in that work or spend money, however people is going to get their builds up this year, I feel like everybody is going to be demigods this year. Like, it might be fun. And depending on how gameplay is, too. That's the biggest factor. We waiting on that. I think they're going to drop it, I don't know, Saturday or Tuesday. And what's Saturday? That's tomorrow. That's the 9th. And then Tuesday is the 12th. So either the 9th or the 12th, we might get some information on, like, gameplay. Like, they might show us gameplay that's being tested in the builder. All right. Let's see what the next one says. This one says, by The Boy Black. This game is 2K25, but on crack. Laughing my ass off. It's already ass. I mean, I see what a lot of people are saying, but they changed a lot. Like, people don't understand when you remove or add a whole different engine, that changes a lot of shit. So they're doing the pro play, but I think they're trying to still make it more realistic. However, they took out RNG. That's gonna change shooting quite like a lot. Okay, like they said before, we just might see big men with like 53 balls, 63 balls pulling that hole from deep, like how it was in 2K19, 2K20. All right. What's the next one? Let's see. This one is by L Trips 9684. Do we not realize how trash the wreck is going to be with a bunch of shot chucking fools trying to finish these quest lines quickly? Hopefully these can be earned through my career too. And Swanty replied to him, they can be. Now, actually, I had a comment earlier of someone saying the same thing. Like, they're worried about the whole thing with like the cat breakers and like the tier badges, because these quest lines and stuff, if it could only be gained through the wreck or like park or something, people are gonna be chucking up shots because they're hoping to quickly accomplish the quest. But no, you can accomplish it in my career. However, unfortunately, you still are gonna run into people who are gonna be chucking it up, and the reason is because my career is boring. Simple as that. If they might make my career entertaining, which I think they mentioned some things, the courtside report and presentation, about like how the cutscenes and stuff was gonna be, but it's just like 2K, y'all had y'all chance. We haven't had a good like my career storyline probably since like 2K17, and that's real. So at this point, it got to be the best story it can be, because we are over it, but y'all trying, and it just be so bland. And then it's like the last 2Ks, it's been repetitive. Like, it's just they either a college basketball star, or they nobody picked them up and they a prospect. Like, storyline is dookie. We over it. All right, this next one says by G Music 7982. Game is always good on day one until that first patch is released and the game is straight dumpster juice. Yo, I swear I be saying this. It's always hit or miss with that first patch. You never know, because that's usually when the game first come out, besides 2K21. I swear 2K21, maybe 2K18. Well, I just didn't like 2K18. I don't know about everybody else. I just didn't like it. But definitely 2K21. When that game first dropped, the shooting was basura. It was basura for the first few patches. But that's the only game where like the game wasn't that good when it first came out. But usually when 2K first come out, the shooting be great. Like, we don't be having much complaints about the shooting or the defense. Like, it don't be much complaints. Or sometimes it be vice versa. Like, sometimes it be great shooting and we complaining about the defense, or it be great defense and we complaining about the shooting. And then they do a patch and they try to fix one and ends up fucking up the other that didn't need to be fixed. And yeah, I agree. And I've been saying that for some years. Next one is by Lil Rico Topic. It's finna be like 2K14. Max builds can do anything. 6-7 up this year. What I said? What did I say? I'm telling you, because 2K likes to, we gotta remember, they are signed with what you call it, the NBA. So they're gonna go with the meta. All right, they're gonna go with the meta. And right now, guards like Shaw and stuff, which are 6'6" guards, and then we got Wimby out here, we got Angel Reese. They're going big this year. You gotta pay attention. They're going big this year. That's why I said I'm doing my 6'7" PG. Like 6'7" is the smallest I'm going this year. Mark my words. Mark my words. All right. Let's see what this one is. So this one says, and this is by the Kid El Carus. The game is lost. Server upgrades. Have they not made enough money yet? Leagues. A basketball game and not able to join and compete. Compare stats in leagues. Pro-Am should be that. They charge a little here, a little there. It is the same game as last year. Just a new paint job, a new tune-up. Upon release, they begin tweaking it. Pushing folks to buy packs. Create a new build. How this game is legal is crazy, and the NBA stamp is part of it. Oh yeah. Have they paid more into the NBA Players Union so we can get different cards every year? Same cards. This game is full price, no less, riddled with massive transaction attempts. I miss when video games were good fun. And you know what? I really think it might have been like I think it really started when it really went downhill was when they tried to be like Fortnite with the battle pass and stuff. When they started doing all that like in 2K22, I believe it was. Once they started doing all that, and yeah, man, pack it up. All right. Um I do agree. I play my team, but I don't take it too seriously. Like I always start my team probably like around January. I start playing my team, but I don't ever take it too seriously. I just like getting the cards. I like going to the auction house. When there was no auction, I ain't go to the auction. I barely played my team that year. When they took that out, that was the dumbest shit they did. I think they did put it back in 25. I don't know. But hopefully they have the auction house in 26. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Like, cause it's true, certain 2Ks, I've noticed it be like a pattern. So like whenever 2K drops a game where like they change a whole different system or add a new different system, the game does be like vastly different. It do. Like it be little shit that still be the same, but it do be vastly different. Like you gotta pay attention for real. Like fuck 2K21 and 2K22 were completely different if you really think about it. And I believe 22 was the first year of next gen, so I think that played a big hand. All right, this is going to be the last comment we are going to read, and it says it's by NDC0_3. I'm not gonna lie, we're about to eat good with this 2K. Only thing that I personally hope for, and I know everyone else is too, is good gameplay. That's about it. They do this, and we'll be back like quarantine never left. Wishing the best for 2K26. I couldn't have said it any fucking better. Everybody's getting so riled up, and this game is bullshit. This is always expensive. At the end of the day, it comes down to it comes down to you. At the end of the day, if you don't like the game, just don't play it. Okay, take your L. You don't spend your what? Because I think the standard edition is what 80. You don't spend your $80 to $135. Okay. Take your L. You'll be okay. More than that, if you put VC on your build or if you buy clothes, whatever the case may be, just take your L, okay? Things happen. You knew it was a 50-50 chance that the game was going to be ass, okay? If you wanted to, you could have watched other people play. All right? And that's what a lot of people don't do that. Like, a lot of people, that's what they should start doing. If you feel like a game is going to be ass and you're not sure and you don't want to be disappointed, don't flat outright buy the game. Watch some gameplay first, then see, this looks smooth, nah, that look choppy, people saying this, people saying that, and then make your decision, all right? Now, something that I want to get into, and this is the last thing I want to talk about before I end this video, is, okay. Now, I had a question about the cat breakers. Of course, y'all don't know. Y'all know just as much as me, okay? We do know that, of course, like when you're in the 90s, the higher it is, it's only +1 to those cat breakers, right? But I was thinking, because when I first took a look at this screenshot, I was thinking, okay, anything below a 85 is probably going to give you like more than like +2 or more, right? That's what I was thinking. And then I took a look at close shot up there. It's locked, but eventually he can get like +2, +2, +2 on that. And I don't know if it changes after the first +2. Like the first +2, then he's 86 and might start dropping to +1, +1, +1. So I don't know. Or could it possibly work with maybe I don't know. Whatever the lower the attribute is, the higher the cat breaker. But then I don't know, because now I'm looking at mid-range over here, and it's only offering +2, +2, +2, +2. So, I don't know. Like I'm looking at this. First of all, this bill. What is this bill? But I don't know how. Like, how do they do this cap breaker system? Like, I'm genuinely trying to figure it out, and I can't. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below. Yeah, comment how y'all feel about 2K26. Do y'all feel like it's gonna be a vibe this year? Are y'all waiting to see till we see some more gameplay from the builder? Like, y'all let me know. Are y'all gonna hold out? What's the move this year? All right, PMG. I'm out.